Good evening, everyone. It's currently, it's later, and I should probably be in bed right now, but nonetheless, I'm awake, and I'd like to make a video just talking about something that I'd like to reflect on today, and that's to make sure to listen to other people's perspectives, and that is a good trait if your friends have other perspective. I have a friend and I have this English project where we're researching ethical dilemmas and we're speaking about them. I chose the criminalization of homelessness, and I will be making a video on that to practice my presentation. But I was discussing the issue because it seems to me, at least in my perspective, that it's a pretty one-sided ethical dilemma. Like, I got a pretty easy ethical dilemma, and that is to not criminalize homeless related behavior. And we were discussing, and one of the reasons that I found at least, that people want to criminalize homeless behavior is the stigma around homelessness and the dirtiness that's associated with it. A lot of people who have stake in the city don't want that environment there. They want an image of prosperity. And so because of that, they want to remove the homelessness. And it's also an issue of not really wanting to treat the problem at its direct root and some other things. And I had a friend, and she thought it was something else, which is a perfectly fine thing. And I wish actually that I had listened more in depth and asked more questions about what exactly she was talking about in terms of her perspective. And I don't know why, but when she started talking about it, I almost felt this strong emotion of, I don't want to say hatred, but opposition. Like, why aren't you agreeing with me immediately? Why are you saying something else? And I felt that. I'm a person. But in reflecting upon that and thinking about it, I think to myself, she probably had a point. And if she didn't, I still would have liked to hear it, to see what her perspective is on things and understand. She approaches subjects with a lot of skepticism, and I like that about her. Like, that is a trait that I think people should have. Some people should be skeptical. In a day and age where information is constantly flowing, and where it seems like sources run few and far between, it is a refresher to hear somebody be skeptical upon a source. And I agree with her on that. And I feel a touch of regret with the response that I gave to her. But I know that in the future, when I'm talking with her, that when that kind of issue comes up, I'll listen. I'll go, tell me more. And in a way, it can benefit my perspective, because I can go, this is what I need to research about. This is what I need to understand. Not even my argument, but my general understanding of the subject at hand. And I believe this lesson can go to anyone. Listen to other people, even if they have differing opinions from your own. It's interesting to hear why they're thinking this, and you can use it to shape your own worldview. The experience that I have a person is completely separate than the experience my friends have as people. And it's really interesting to hear those perspectives and how those experiences essentially lay themselves within a person's paradigm. So listen to people. Really, really listen to people. They got some interesting stories, and they might have perspectives or opinions that you consider wrong or right. And I think that there are a lot of things that do not necessarily fall under an easy wrong or right category. I think there's a lot of subjects that do: racism, homophobia, general views that are held back. But there's also a lot of issues that are completely up in the world for ethics, that are how do you navigate that pathway of wrong or right? And I think the opinions that people have on things, there are a lot of opinions that people will have on issues that there is no definite wrong or right. And it's interesting to hear the other side. And so I wanted to take the experience I had today, share it with you guys. Hopefully, you can learn the same lesson that I did. Really listen to people, and it can really benefit you. It can really benefit hearing someone else. I hope you have all had a good week coming to the end. Today is Sunday, 3 days from Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, that's cool. We're also 3 days from Hanukkah. I believe Hanukkah is 7 days. If it's not 7 days, tell me in the comments. But any other holidays? Hope you have a good time celebrating them. I've been me, you've been you. Stay awesome.